Hey guys, how's it going? MasterBucks here. Welcome to another episode of the Juventus career mode in FIFA 19. We are so close to the end of the season. We are late in April and we have this huge blockbuster game between Inter Milan and Juventus to play, and it is a true league decider. If you take a look at the table, we are currently on top with 5 games to go. Inter Milan are hot on our heels with the exact same amounts of points. It is only goal difference that separates us from them at the top of the table, and we play them in their own backyard. If they can beat us, they will take the top of the table and have a 3-point lead with only 4 games left to go. It's massive. It's gigantic. We have to do all we can to make sure that they do not beat us, and we have to do all we can to try to get the win. Because if we can do that, 4 games to go, we're the ones with the 3-point lead, and it's not over by any stretch of the imagination at that point, but we are firmly in the driver's seat. If we draw this game, then, I mean, yeah, sure, a 5+ goal difference isn't bad, but it still is not, it's nothing to really bank off. So we get it underway, and we're hoping not only to get the win here to take control in the Serie A, but to get a bit of revenge for literally the last game that we just played, where we were knocked out of the Coppa Italia after we, unfortunately, I'll get back on track because Salah pulling out a great goal right outside the box with a brilliant finesse. Trust Mo Salah to always deliver if we need him to when he gets the ball in that area. Fantastic finish. But in the last game, we were knocked out of the Coppa Italia by a 90th minute freak goal from Icardi, and I'm so devastated by it still. We have to get a little bit of revenge for it and show that we are not going to go down. I mean, they've already knocked us out of the Coppa Italia. If they beat us in the Serie A, I'll never forgive myself. What looked to be a sure double and maybe potential treble, for that to fall at the hands of Inter Milan, both competitions, I could not stomach it. So we get off to a brilliant start then in the 11th, 12th minute with Mo Salah hitting the back of the net nice and early, which I just could not score against them for the whole 90 minutes in the last game. Now they cross one in, just cleared away nice and easily. We'll just take our time with it, and now that we've got the lead, we can be a little bit more easier with it. But unfortunately, we've given it right back up after making the tackle. João Mario, who delivered the cross that was deflected and fell for Icardi, and then a massive strike from outside the box. Brozovic got pretty good contact on that, but the target, it wasn't exactly on target. Another interception, and they get it right back again. Inter Milan proving to be a bit of a handful after we scored our first goal, and now we're a little bit exposed at the back. They're moving it on quickly. They're going to look to maybe get it to, oh my goodness, it was another amazing chance. It maybe was deflected on the way through, but it hit the post regardless. Crossed in again, cleared away. We were able to deal with the balls into the box relatively well, and maybe a counter-attack right after it looked like they were going to score. They hit the post. Ronaldo driving forward, looking to somehow get open. He doesn't exactly have much though, so we're working around the outside. A strike maybe by Matuidi that just unfortunately didn't really get the contact he wanted, and it's just going to end up being a 1-0 lead at half-time. But, you know, we'll take it still into... They had their chances, but right now it is only Mo Salah's goal that separates us, and we currently have that 3-point lead in the Serie A with 4 games to go. Have to hold on to it because one goal changes everything completely. It really will be huge as Matuidi starts bringing it forward. Higuain in this game, of course. Salah's trying to get through the 2 defenders, but couldn't get it. Vishalko with the tackle, and then just like that, we're out again. But right once more, Matuidi driving it forward again. The nice step overs, create some space, and then a strike there, but just unfortunately too close to Handanovic, who was so brilliant in the last game. Hasn't really had to do too much in this one, but then makes a brilliant save right as I start saying that he hasn't had that much to do. But the cross in now, Higuain gets a scissor kick on it, and Higuain scores his first goal for Juventus. You beauty, or I score his first goal with him. Can you believe it? We started him in this game, looking to rotate a few players before the Manchester City Champions League semi-final, and Higuain pulling out the acrobatics to get that goal and to make it 2-0. That is what I'm talking about. How about it? Handanovic, I swear, if he found a way to get a hand onto that and stop that from going in, then I would have officially called like hacks or cheats or something. But as soon as we went 2-0 up, they immediately took one back, and our breathing space was diminished before we even knew it. It was a cross in right from the corner that was so well placed onto Perisic's head. He had a man all over him, but it was behind him, and it just sat for him so perfectly. Perisic with a great finish. And look, as much as I would have loved to have got the breathing space back, I wanted to learn from what happened in the last game where we got done on a counter-attack in the 90th minute. I wasn't allowing them the time. I was just passing it around the edge of the box, waiting for the end of the game, waiting for stoppage time to tick down, and that was that. 2-1 victory. We got the win that we could not get against them in the Coppa Nazionale, but at least we take the lead in Serie A once again. And Inter Milan now, thankfully, their threat to us in the Serie A, it's not completely gone, but it has diminished in a big, big way. And I tell you what, I thought Inter Milan were better in this game than they were in the last one, and yet we beat them here, but they beat us in the Coppa Italia game where they only had one shot on target. Such is football, I suppose, but it's Higuain's scissor kick goal that really separates the sides and gets us the 3 points. How about that? Anyway, enough about the Serie A now. We'll get into Champions League action, as of course we do have the first leg once again away, just like I like it, playing the away leg first against Manchester City. Huge, huge game this. Ronaldo returns to Manchester to face Manchester City. I'm making some slight changes, of course, because of the fact that we've played so many games in a row. A few players tied like Chiellini, Sandro, Pjanic, Matuidi, and even Ronaldo's really tied. But we've had to rotate where we can. I've got Bernardeschi starting, so Dybala on the bench for this one. I'll definitely look to bring him in if we need him, and I think we might. I just wanted to give him the rest that he really desperately needs. There's a number of plays that were just absolutely stuffed. But looking at the knockout phase again for you, it is Liverpool and Spurs in the other semi-final. If we can get past Man City, it will be either one of those two. Liverpool might be making it through to 2 back-to-back finals. How about that? As we get this one underway, Manchester City versus Juve. Who is making it through? Who is winning this first leg? Or what will the result be in this first leg? Sterling brings it down brilliantly and whips one in, but it's just beyond any of the defenders. And De Bruyne again. We've been done with a scissor kick goal at the near post that beats our goalkeeper. I'm having deja vu. It is almost identical to the goal that Icardi scored against us in the Coppa Italia game. I'm gobsmacked. I don't know how any of those defenders, it was just so close to being picked off by one of those defenders, but it got past them all. And De Bruyne pulling out, that's almost a better finish than the one that Icardi got. I'm done. I'm so done. I can't believe we've conceded another goal almost completely identical to the Icardi one. It's the scissor kick in the near post, I swear. Should I be getting mad at Perry? I mean, is there really much that I could criticize any of my defenders for? Like, it's just unfortunately away from them, and it's annoying, but at least we've still got plenty of time left. And again, it's the away leg. We score, we tie things up at 1-1. Hell, that's good for us. That means we're in the ascendancy. We've got the advantage, but I'm trying to play it out from the back poorly. They've surrounded numbers around us, and again, I'm not learning my lesson, trying to pass it out instead of just whacking it away. Sane on the ball here, looking to slip in Sterling, who's got it in the back of the net, but thankfully the linesman says he's offside. Sterling, who got the assist for De Bruyne's goal, nearly ended up scoring himself. He's been proving to be a problem, but I think you'll probably clearly see on the replay that he is well offside. In real time, I genuinely didn't know. Anyway, another corner for Man City. You'll see that almost all their highlights from this second half was just coming from Manchester City. That shot ends up being deflected off of a Juventus defender. They get the corner, try to play it short, run out of time, and that was that. We were literally hanging on the entire first half, trying not to concede. It was ridiculous. They got their one goal and then just took control ever since. Normally the other team scores and they sort of go into their shell a bit. Not Man City. They were proving to be quite possibly the toughest challenge out of any team that I've faced. The hardest team, especially with it being away. It just was ridiculous. But Bernardeschi with a great back heel. The strike, I don't know if the keeper got something on it, but it comes off the post. Sane, it looked like it was going out, brought it down brilliantly. I then bring him down with João Cancelo. It's a foul. I can do nothing against this team, but maybe a bit of a chance here when they turn it over in their own half. Bernardeschi bringing it forward. They've maybe been caught napping a bit here. And Ronaldo with his side foot hits the side netting in the 60th minute. Huge goal this. Very much against the run of play. And I'm just going to take it. Any goal that I can, any chance that I can against this team. I legit thought this was going to end really poorly for me. That maybe Man City were going to get another one. Or maybe even two. Make it 3-0. I didn't know if I was going to be able to break through today. But it just popped up out of nowhere, that chance. Ronaldo took it. Brilliant stuff. Big game Ronnie gets it done. And now Manchester City, I think, honestly, if we can get a 1-1 draw, I'll probably take it against them at this point. I mean, I'd be shocked if I somehow won this game. I thought I'd had absolutely no chance. But Sterling, down that right-hand side, big tackle from Alexandro, and we're away again. We start to get a bit of a foothold in this game now, even though they are coming strong. As we go to clear that ball, it barely gets off the ground, comes off the side of Sane's head. I try to play it forward, I overhit it, and a massive tackle on Benjamin Mendy. I tell you what, my spidey senses tell me that things are going to get a little fucking tasty, boys. I tell you what, it was getting intense toward the end of this one. Sterling ends up coming off for Mahrez, despite the fact I thought he'd been brilliant in the game. We brought on Juan Cuadrado for a very, very tired Mo Salah. I think Dybala's in this game as well. Emre Can, Bernardeschi, not just yet anyway. Ronaldo playing it off to the left. Douglas Costa the header, and then Ederson diving to his right makes the save. So 5 minutes left in this one. Is there a chance? Maybe. Coming as Ronaldo's going to slip in. Maybe right here. Douglas Costa, who is being caught. He gets a shot off, but it's put wide of the post. We had it. Right there, the chance to win the game and to win the first leg. But he's blown it wide. The angle is just a bit too much. That is skimming the post as well. Oh, I thought for sure that would have been it. We would have come up with a 2-1 win out of nowhere, which I don't even think it would have been deserved. But I suppose toward the end of the game, we were really doing quite well. So maybe the point, or not the point, the draw is fair. But gosh, we literally could have had 2 away goals. And against Manchester City, I genuinely think that would have been massive. Going into the second leg with the lead and with 2 away goals, I really hope I don't rue that missed chance there with Douglas Costa. If I do, I'll be heartbroken. I've already been knocked out of one cup competition in the semi-finals. I cannot bear to have another. Anyway, one more game in Serie A. After this, we'll only have 3 left. We need to get the win, and we do. Thankfully, there is an injury, but it's not to any of our players as well. But there we go. We now have 3 games left in Serie A. The second leg of the semi-finals against Man City. And it was one of the hardest, if not the hardest game I had to play all season long, that first leg against Manchester City. So I can only assume the second leg is going to be even more or as difficult as the first. We will see. If I'm going to get to the Champions League final, I'm going to bloody earn it. That is for sure against this team. But until the next episode, boys, my name is the MasterBucks. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Will I make the Champions League final? Till the next time, let's find out. Have a good one. Bye-bye.